Hey everyone, so I'm checking in on my full face of e.l.f. products. Just a little disclaimer, I do not have any e.l.f. eyeliner, so I did use a different kind of eyeliner, and I kind of used my staple eyelashes. I did look at the e.l.f. eyelashes, which they offer. To me, they looked way too fakey, too plasticky, and so for the price point, I'm just paying a little more for the red cherry and they look fabulous. So that's what I went. But I'm going to go through the full spectrum of e.l.f. products. If you're not familiar with e.l.f., it is a drugstore brand. Not only is it drugstore, it's typically the price points are lower than what you see in other drugstore lines. You can get the most I have here in front of me was $8, and that was for the foundation. I have a brush that was $6. You can get palettes for $6, lipsticks for $3. It's just crazy how inexpensive this makeup is. I do have to admit, I was a snob when it came to e.l.f. products for a long time. I just recently, like this year, started trying them out and working with them. I kind of viewed them as like maybe a teeny bopper brand. It's kind of like Wet n Wild. It's just if you want to wear makeup, but you're not really bringing in income, and so you're you know, just piling it on. You know, everybody went through their freshman, sophomore year, or whatever, where you were wearing makeup and it was fab. And unlike the girls today, you weren't contouring or, you know, wearing falsies and just full glam. You were just, you know, 14 and didn't know what you were doing. So that's kind of how I viewed this brand. But I started seeing it more and more, and it was popping up everywhere. And I've heard YouTubers and beauty blogs and just saw all this stuff about how great some of the e.l.f. products are. Now, e.l.f., like any brand, is hit and miss. There's going to be some good things. There's going to be some things that just don't quite work. So I'm going to go through the full gamut on everything that I have on my face, plus a couple of honorable mentions and a couple of things that didn't work for me. Now, I went on the website and I looked up all the best sellers. So everything I have here, a lot of the stuff I already had and used, but I went and got the foundation and primer and a mascara, a couple other things that I didn't have, but on the website they e.l.f. says these are the best sellers. So I was like, let's just put it to the test. What's good and what's not. I am wearing the Poreless Face Primer. It's pink. It's supposed to help hide your pores. This was $6, and this is a very good primer. I do have to say, I liked the feel of it. It smells kind of mentholy, minty. It kind of has just a refreshing mint scent to it. So I really like that. Now, if you are oily, I know this is focused on pore primer, but if you're oily, I wouldn't recommend this because this is more like a thicker moisturizer feel to it. I do think it did its job as far as helping the foundation stay. I don't know that it completely camouflage my pores in the way that the Benefit Poreless Primer that I use on my nose daily, it didn't do that. But if you have dry skin, even maybe combination but not too oily, I think this would be a good product. And plus it smells just divine, so, which I'm a mint person. This really doesn't have, this isn't a bad smell, but this is the foundation serum. It has goji berry, vitamin A, C, and E, which I love. Can you really see that? The only thing about this, it's very light coverage. This is not a full coverage foundation at all. Looking in the mirror, it stayed decent on my face, but it just isn't what I was looking for. I like a medium coverage. I like more coverage in my foundation. I have brown spots and some red spots and stuff that I just like covered. Now, I will continue to use this, and what I think I am going to do with this, because it does have sunscreen, it has vitamins and goji berry and just stuff that's really good for your skin. So what I think I'm going to do is like maybe a thicker foundation or foundations that do not have SPF. Add a little bit of this because this tends to be really thin. So add a little bit of this and mix it in with the other foundations and try it that way. So like I said, if you're looking for medium full coverage, this is not it. If you like more of a sheer no makeup feel, this will work great for you. I got the makeup mist and set. I don't have the ingredients, but I do think this has alcohol in it. Alcohol is drying on the skin. So I just try to avoid products with alcohol. But I can say, I guess I really can't say. I don't know if it was the primer or the makeup mist that really helped set the makeup. But I won't purchase this again. I guess I can say that. I won't be purchasing this again. But it's definitely not the worst thing. So, brow pencil. This is the brow pencil I got. It does have the little spoolie on the end, which I love. To me, it was just a little more waxy than what I want. Now, it didn't do too bad. If you can see... it is so hot in here. If you can see, it didn't do too bad, but if you get a little excited, it will get clumpy and waxy. In my opinion, when it comes to brows, it is really, really hard to, it's hard to find a good drugstore option. Now, if you are looking for, I want to say this was $3 or $4, very, very cheap. But if you're wanting a drugstore option as far as a brow pencil, I recommend the NYX Micro Brow. It is $10, but if you're filling in your brows, it's definitely worth it. So I have my red cherry lashes on, and then I have this 3-in-1 mascara. And the wand looks like this. Can you see that? This is crazy. This wand is crazy. I did not love this mascara. To me, it's awkward to use with, you know, as far as it just clumped. It clumped up my falsies, which is very unusual because when it comes to falsies, you can get away with wearing really basic, cheap mascara because your falsies are already dark and voluptuous. However, I can say the ball at the end of the wand was perfect for just going in, and I'm looking at the screen, so going in on these bottom lashes and just coating every single one. Now, this is going to be an option. Is it worth the $3 or $4 to have a mascara just for your bottom lashes? That's up to you. However, if you tend to have a difficult time really just getting your lashes separated on the bottom or getting more length or volume or darkening them, I would suggest this. However, for the top lashes, the wand is just way too awkward. All right, so contour palettes. I've used this. I like it. You can see that you have more of a warm color, which you're going to use. It's not swatching very well. This is more of a warm color that you use more for bronzing. You have your darker, more cool tone for contour. Then you have kind of a powdery shade, a beige, and then a shimmer. I like this. And one thing about e.l.f. is their packaging. I mean, it comes with the mirror. The mirror's sturdy. The packaging is sturdy. It's durable. This is almost like kind of heavy. So for a not an off brand, but a drugstore brand that's priced so reasonably, they did not cut any corners with the packaging. So I don't know how they get their prices so low. I like this contour palette. I usually keep this like in my purse or with my makeup when I'm on the go. I do not contour with it because to me the pigment is not as not strong enough to really get a good contour on your face, but it's perfect for touch-ups. I can't remember, maybe that was like 6. Okay, this blush palette. This blush palette is where it is at. They come, there's 2 different kinds. You can get light and you can get dark. This is actually the dark. So you can see the colors aren't even that dark. So the light, I would only recommend the light if you just really like minimal blush or have very, very fair skin. So I have the angle blush brush. I'm not in love with this. It's okay for touch-ups, but here's what I found when I was putting on my blush, and I usually do just kind of circular motions on my cheeks to just right about here to blend in with my contour and bronzer. I found that it was kind of getting patchy. So then what I had to do, if you do have this brush or, you know, want a cheaper brush for your blush, I just kind of had to go in like this to really kind of fill in those patchy spots. So that was the only thing about this one. I just wasn't crazy about the way it blended. This is the Illuminating Palette. I am missing one. I want to say we had like a toddler incident, and so that one is gone. But this is a highlighter brush. I like this one. I want to say this is $3 or $4. I like the highlighter brush. So you just come in the Illuminating Palette and just hit those high points of your cheek. This is not like blinding as far as a highlighter. It's not going to, you know, cause anyone with epilepsy to have a seizure. But if you want kind of more of a sheen, shimmer without it just being whoa, definitely the Illuminating Palette. I honestly did not have any eyeshadows. I have one eyeshadow palette from e.l.f. Let me take that back. This was not on the bestseller. I can see why. This is new. It's part of the Clay eyeshadow collection, and it's crap. I mean, there's no bones about it. It is not good. So for today's eyeshadow look, I actually took the contour palette and just put some neutral down, and then I took one of the shades from the Illuminating Palette to kind of give some sparkle or shine underneath, and then I just hit it with a pop underneath the eye and in kind of the lower bottom crease with what shade did I use? Oh, this shade in the blush. So it kind of gave a real natural but pretty look. So you don't necessarily have to have the any of the eyeshadow palettes to get a good eyeshadow. All right, so bestseller on lips. This is one of the lipsticks. I want to say it's a matte lip crayon is what it's called. I have several different shades. Let me tell you, they are bold. I mean, this is a bold color. I don't wear this one a lot. It's a little pink. However, hot pink lips are in. You're seeing them everywhere. But you can see there's a lot of pigment. There's a lot of color payoff in these. This is actually my favorite, and it's more of a nudie. This is what I have on right now. I love these lip crayons. These are $3, I believe. Very cheap. They're not long lasting. That is one thing. They wear off very quickly. They can dry out your lips after wearing so long. But if you're looking for a new shade, or maybe you want to try out the hot pink and see what it looks like on you, I would recommend this. I like them, but just be prepared to touch up throughout the day. So here are my honorable mentions. Oh, wait. I'm forgetting one thing. I set my face in the shimmer shimmer high definition translucent powder. It was a little too shimmery for me. When I went to get the powder, they didn't just have the regular high definition loose powder, so I got the one with shimmer in it. It's pretty. Okay, it looks pretty on camera. However, when you get me out in the natural sunlight, it's just like, it's a little too much. Like, how old are you? You don't need shimmer all over your face. So it depends. It would probably be a good blush topper. Or if there's some places you do want to just kind of make pop with some shimmer. However, it's $6, so I don't know if that's worth it. Another thing, this is one thing I love. I did a video using this stuff a week or two ago, and this is the high definition under eye setting powder. $3. That may seem like a lot just for your under eyes, but this stuff is good. This stuff is really, really good. I find myself kind of in the afternoon where your makeup's wearing, you're stressed, you're tired, whatever. It's a really good kind of pick me up, and it just gives that fake glow underneath your eyes, and I love that. So my honorable mentions, these were not, oh, this brush was on the bestseller, but these other two items were not. So first thing, this is the Ultimate Blending Brush. This is $6. Worth every penny. I actually bought this and loved it so much that I went and bought another one. I keep one with my makeup at home, and I always have one of these to go. So it's just great. It's a great blending brush. What I'll do sometimes if I get a little excited with the blush or just a little too much bronzer, you can just dip it in some powder and just kind of lighten it up. It blends so beautifully. It's so soft. It's densely packed. $6. I mean, how can you even go wrong with $6? I also will use it to touch up throughout the day. Just kind of dab on some powder where I'm getting oily or getting some extra shine. This brush is amazing. Oh, I've even used it for powder foundations, and it blends out so beautifully. This is a great brush. You can't beat it. You can't beat it for $6. This finishing powder was not on the bestseller, but this stuff is amazing. This finishing powder, I keep this in my purse for touch-ups. It is so great. I powder throughout the day because my thought is you don't want to spend so much time and money and investment in your makeup just to let it run throughout the day. Keep it great. And so part of what I do is just powder just ever so slightly where I'm getting a little too shiny or oily throughout the day. This is great. Sometimes when you do that though, as far as powdering, can you see? I mean, it's just so light, but it gives kind of more of a matte finish to your face without overdoing it. But when you powder throughout the day or you've powdered too much, a lot of times your foundation will start to separate or look real cakey, or you just looks blah. It's hard to describe, but if you powder too much, it can ruin your makeup. However, this does not. It does not fully remove the shine, so you're not just like completely matte, but it will get the job done. I can't remember how much this is. This is the Fair to Light, so it does come in different shades, but this stuff is amazing. This right here is the Mascara and Shadow Shield. Okay, this looks really, really odd. The concept behind it is to like do it under your eye when you're doing your mascara to keep your mascara from hitting the skin underneath your eye. I don't use it for that. You can also use it to help like do a do a curve or contour, not contour, shading and blending underneath your eye. It'll keep fallout from getting on the skin, and it'll also kind of give you an idea of how far out to go with your shadow in your crease, where to take it out if you're doing a smoky eye. I usually don't use that for this, but if that's something that you have a problem with, this is a great little tool. I want to say this was like $2 or $3. This is great. What I generally use it for, and let me see, I don't have, let's just pretend this is, I don't have any around. Let's just pretend this is a felt tip eyeliner pen. So what I do is if you see it like that, you just line it up, and then you take the pen, or if you like the liquid eyeliner, and then you just use this as a guide, and it will just make the perfect length of eyeliner in the perfect spot without overdoing it. And so then you can come to the other side just like that, and then do it again. It makes it so easy. This is so wonderful. Oh, I'm going to disappear. Not fully. One more thing I actually forgot. This was not on the bestseller, and I do not know why, because I cannot live without this. And this is the, oh, I'm losing you. This is the makeup remover pen. My goodness, come on, guys. My phone's acting wacky. Ah, I'm back. So what this does is, you can see, now I'm working with one hand. This is $3, worth every penny. If you make a mistake, you just go through and correct it like that. So if your eyeliner gets too much, even if you get too much lipstick, just ever so slightly go underneath, and it literally removes the mistake. I mean, it's just, listen, no lie, this is the third attempt at filming this video, so it's getting uploaded. I don't care. Anyways, that's my thoughts on e.l.f. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm having technical difficulties, so anyways, if you've stayed throughout the video, you have an opportunity to enter in to win a small prize. Nothing, you know, huge or crazy, but all you need to do in order to be a part of the prize is comment below. Tell me your thoughts on e.l.f. Tell me your thoughts on the video. Are you willing to try it? Have you tried it before? Is it a no-go for you? Just let me know. I would like to hear your feedback. So I will enter everyone who comments. I will enter you in, and I'll do a live drawing sometime next week to announce the winner. So you'll have your name put in a drawing for your comment. If you comment also and tell me your most embarrassing makeup story, maybe a bad phase you went through, or just terrible makeup, that will put your name in the drawing for 3 times. So you'll have your name in 3 different times just to up your chances of winning. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's way long. I just really wanted to explain everything thoroughly. So if you watched it through, comment, hey, who doesn't like to win free stuff? I love to hear your feedback. Do you have any questions? Share the video if you'd like. Tag your friends in it. Just show me some love. You are greatly appreciated. And I really like hearing back from y'all. So everyone have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.